In my living room, there are, on my walls in my living room, there are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, about 14 different paintings. They're all 22 by 30s, and they show different views of past artists. They got a lot of copies of Monet. They got copies of Van Gogh. This house, this picture in the top is the old. That's the homestead of Vincent Van Gogh, where he was born, in somewhere in Lower France. That's a copy of his house.
That's a copy of his house.
Yes, where he was born. By the way, his family, Vincent Van Gogh's family, they were well off. He had 3 uncles. They were generals in the army, and he also had an uncle that was a vice admiral in the Navy. He came from a very wealthy family, even though Van Gogh himself didn't get along with his father. He stayed there he was very temperamental. He was a very temperamental man. And these are all different pictures I got from past artists, especially in the French Renaissance artists. And these are only copies of what I've seen.
Okay. Now, how long does it take you to do a painting like this?
Well, a painting like the copy of Vincent Van Gogh's childhood home probably took me about 3 days. Most of them I work on for about 3 days.
Okay.
3 days I get most of them done.
This is for your wife for Mother's Day.
Yeah, that's it, right? And I have not quite completed that, but that's going to be, a copy of what I've seen in that paper there. And I get a lot of my.
Beautiful job.
Huh?
You do a beautiful job.
I get a lot of my paintings, my work from different pictures I see in papers and all over, newspapers and magazines. I'll show you the bedroom I got most of my shows where I got from associate degree in science from GCC, and that's the one I got from Brockport, SUNY Brockport. There's 2 different diplomas. There's the notoriety I received when I graduated. There's Hillary Clinton embracing me right there.
Okay.
And those 2 citations are the ones I received during the war. One shows the Silver Star, one shows the Bronze Star. And that little thing in the corner shows the route of the 75th Division during the war. And we went to 3, 4, 5 campaigns. So I was studying right here at GCC. I was then 79 years old when I went to GCC. And I get a lot of my subjects from. If you look on the walls of my house, you find a lot of these books from this great artists like Monet and Van Gogh and Reinhardt and all these other guys. They come out of this book here. I bought a lot of these paintings. A lot of you see here. I painted these on my walls. They come from this book of great artists. I don't paint nude, so.
No pictures.
And I do a lot of pencil sketching. As you see, these are all pencil sketches I do. What I do, I go down and I see my friend at the mailbox. He makes copies for me, and then I put them together, and I give them to my friends. Make pictures of them, see, and I pass them out. I don't give the originals out, but they get copies. They're very nice.
It's amazing how well you draw, and you said you never drew before you went to college.
It's just I've never. Yeah. This is the only canvas I've ever done. That's on canvas. Okay. I did that when I was going to school, and when I started doing that, doing work on canvas, you have to use oil, and it's very difficult. You have to stretch the canvas. You have to put it on the board. You have to wet it down. Some of these pictures here, my daughter sent me a calendar that showed pictures of Italy. And some of your pictures you see were landscapes of Italy. And some of those small pictures there that I copied from the calendar that my daughter sent me, they came from Italy. That's another one I did here, one of my earlier ones. That shows a mountain in Washington. I'm almost sure that's the mountain that erupted, but this is the picture here of my farm, taken from the air.
Oh, wow.
This was years ago when I first bought the place.
Now,
along that road was all
lived
shrubbery.
here,
They
Joe?
cut it down now, but they were taken from the air. The airplane did that. Picture of our home.
Very nice. How long have you lived here?
34 years.
34 years.
Yes. That's an eagle up here. Then I have another room. I have rooms full of paintings. Come here. Eh? Some more hair? Eh? This is a copy of a Monet.
Everywhere.
That's a copy of Monet. These are my own creations. This one, and this Winged Angel is my own creation.
I like that.
And I say we have so many paintings all over this place. Gracie's upset that she has no wall space.
Everywhere.
And one more. I got all the nice colors in there blended right. See. And I got all the different color greens and many color greens, you know, light greens, dark greens.
You did a beautiful job.
It's a very nice job.
Yeah,
Yes,
it is.
yes. And these little ones are one of my favorites. Whether you know it or not, is this Raggedy Ann. I call her Raggedy Ann.
Oh yeah.
I love that thing. I keep it here all the time. And that's about my tour. This is my father and mother. See, my mother. 8.5. She was a beautiful black-haired Neapolitan. My father stood 6'4" tall.
Oh, he was very tall.
He was a real tall man,
Yeah.
real tall. And these are my two daughters. And my two daughters. Grace and I were first married. And here, and I was married in uniform. A 10-day furlough, and that's when we were there 50 years later. And it's been a very, very nice marriage with my wife. There I am up there in uniform, see it?
Wife.
Yeah?
I said you have a beautiful wife.
She's very nice. Because Paul Gauguin was a very meticulous man. He liked to keep the house nice and clean. He used to say he put a quart away for the next month's rent and everything.